What's up YouTube? Scotty Tradition, back with another video. Going to do my 2020 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame nominations list. I've got 10 names right here, and man, this process was very difficult. There are some friends on here that I did not vote for. I just did not have enough room for people, and it's just... It's tough. I want all of these people to make it in so that I can vote for the next 10 next year, because there's just so many deserving channels. And I think what has happened this year is there are a lot of channels this year that have met the 1-year eligibility requirement that didn't quite make it last time. And so a lot of those channels are getting some serious votes, and that's kind of pushed some other people back down the list even a little further. So I just think that's a product of some great channels this year coming out. So basically I've got 10 names here. I'm going to show each one, and then I'm going to try to discuss a little bit with you while I enjoy a nice spotted cow here. And I hope you guys enjoy the top 10 here. So let's take a nice drink there and let's get started. First channel, Blue Jacket 66. This guy, Dave, is awesome. I've seen a lot of votes for Dave already, and he is completely deserving. You can see he's got 1.14 thousand subs. Well, that's like 1,140, I think, with 96 videos. And I also included each person's top video as far as views goes. And for Dave, it's identifying fake 1952 Topps Mano cards, which got 11,000 views. But what Dave has brought to the entire community as a whole is kind of beyond words. He sort of made being really generous cool again. And I think that a lot of people, after Dave came out of the scene, really looked into their own channels and kind of figured, what am I kind of doing? What am I doing wrong? What's the most important thing that I should be doing? And for that alone, Dave deserves a ton of credit. I mean, he's obviously extremely generous, but more than that, very knowledgeable. His videos are must-watch material. There are stuff that he shows that I've never seen before, and I can pretty much guarantee you he has some stuff that none of us have seen yet that he probably just hasn't shown us, just based on what I've seen so far in his collection. Truly just a great guy. It was an honor to meet Dave at the National Convention this year in person, and Dave is completely legit, even nicer and more open in person than he is on his channel. So, and I think he does a great job with his channel. So Blue Jacket 66, number 1 on my list. And I think I've got 2 guys here that are 1 and 2, and on the list, and then the rest are kind of really in no particular order. But for what Dave's done for the community with his generosity, it certainly deserves to be number 1 on the list. And it's just been a pleasure to get to know Dave and to watch his channel over the last year or two. So Blue Jacket 66, number 1. Number 2 on my list, Filmington, 2,700 subs, 141 videos. He kind of really burst on the scene. Again, what wasn't eligible last year is this year, much like Blue Jacket 66. And his number 1 video, baseball cards you should buy right now, speculation, 11,000 views. And of course he has this video on balding that has 51,000 views, of course, which has nothing to do with sports cards, but it just goes to show you the niche community that we do have, where a video on balding can get you 51,000 views. So I think that's pretty funny. So Phil is awesome. I met Phil at the National Convention in Chicago this past year, and talked to Phil quite a bit. Very unique expertise in the hobby as far as the speculation goes. He really keeps me apprised of a lot of the new stuff that's going on, especially with baseball, since vintage football is obviously my first forte. But he's must-watch material. His recent collaboration video he did, where he talked about the state of the hobby in general, is great. It's kind of like next level stuff, and and I really, really enjoy Phil. Just a great channel. And obviously, I'm just going to kind of take the time to woo all these channels here because I really do feel strongly about them all. And I just hope you guys check them out if you're living under a rock and you haven't checked them out already. So, Filmington, number 2 on my list here. Number 3 on my list, She Blinded Me with Refractors. Andy, you can see 739 subs, 69 videos. And his number 1 video is New Card Shop MM7 Sports Cards, which I believe is Mikey Mantle's. And you can see 2,400 views that video has. And I think he made that one pretty recently. Andy and I are a lot alike, I think. We have sort of similar collecting tastes. Even though he's really into, Russell Westbrook and modern basketball, he is also multifaceted, collects some vintage as well, and just a great guy. I think Caitlyn said it best on her video. Really a pillar of the community and kind of an understated guy, understated channel. Just really cool to get to meet Andy at the National in Chicago. Going into it, I knew of Andy's channel before I went to Chicago, and after meeting him, he exceeded all expectations of what he was. I had no doubts I would get along with Andy, but I feel like we just really hit it off, and he really is the kind of guy that knows what's really important in life, and he's just a delight to talk with and know. But again, it's not just that. I'm not just voting in a bunch of good guys here. Andy's got a ton of knowledge as far as a little bit of speculating and investing, that kind of stuff, and also collecting. And he's got some modern basketball knowledge, which a lot of people on here do not have, because obviously YouTube is predominantly dominated by YouTube channels that involve baseball cards specifically. So, Andy, you deserve the vote. She Blinded Me with Refractors is number 3. Number 4 on the list, and again, we're in no particular order at this point. Rated Rookie, Josh. 767 subscribers, 58 videos. His number 1 video, over 4,000 views. My top 10 PSA cards in my collection. And let me tell you, Josh's collection is one of the best on YouTube, I feel. If you haven't seen his videos, go check him out. A lot of iconic rookie cards he collects in all sports, basketball, hockey, football, and baseball. Modern stuff. He's a huge Kobe Bryant collector. He's a Dodgers fan, a California guy, loves all his teams out there. Again, was a pleasure to meet Josh at the National Convention. And also, like Andy, Josh and I have very similar collecting styles, I guess. A little bit of everything. We dabble around. We kind of have multifaceted collections. Obviously, like Kobe Bryant's specifically, and Jordan's, and 90s inserts especially. Josh really likes, just kind of like I like vintage Packers, but we do dabble both in a little bit of everything. So just a great guy, and I forget who it was in one of these Hall of Fame nomination videos that mentioned that I think Josh has subtle high quality video, which means he doesn't do a ton of editing necessarily, but he just has a great presentation. He's usually sitting outside, birds are chirping, it's really light out there. Just the look of the cards as he shows them. I just don't think that's all by accident. I think he does a great job without being over the top on his video editing. Rated Rookie Josh, definitely a spot in the Hall of Fame in my opinion. Next on my list, we have Bart, the PSA card guy. He was formerly Bart81 USAF. He has 556 subscribers. Look at that, 365 videos. He's been doing this for 6 years, people. But yet, if you look at his number 1 overall video, it's "You Suck PSA, but I Still Love You." And I think we all felt that way at times. That's got 1,000 views, but it's not quite as high as some of the other ones I just showed. And that just goes to show you the consistency of Bart. He's been around 6 years, has 365 videos. So if you want to find a channel that's just watching him grow his collection week by week, every other week, he's consistently put out videos for 6 years. And I know there's a lot of guys like that on here, and gals, that have been doing a lot of great things. But for me, it just his football collection really resonates. There's not a lot of football guys on YouTube, and he does a great job with his 49ers collection. Although I hope the 49ers succumb to the Packers tomorrow afternoon. But Bart, you do a wonderful job. Great channel. If y'all haven't checked out Bart's channel yet, feel free to check him out. Just a great dude. All right, let's move on the list here. See what we got going. So now we're on number 6, and that is Bob Lewis. Really cool to see a lot of votes for Bob Lewis so far, and he is completely deserving. 530 subscribers, 258 vids. His number 1 video is a PSA submission results video that has 10,000 views. It was great meeting Bob at the National too this year. He is every bit as authentic as you would expect Bob Lewis to be. So I was very thrilled to be able to do that. And another guy that probably wasn't eligible last year, I'm guessing, or maybe just eligible and now is eligible this year. So he just has kind of a quiet, subtle nature about him, and just does a great job with his channel. With subtle humor, and being funny. Bob Lewis is a big Seinfeld fan, so we definitely connect on that. I just really enjoy Bob Lewis's channel. I don't really know what else to say except for Bob Lewis. So that is 6 down. I believe we have 4 to go here. Next on my list, Nuff Sid Cards, Andrew. 667 subscribers, 124 videos. 2019 NSCC Recap is his number 1 most viewed video with 2,600 views. And Andrew is just awesome. Got a chance to meet this guy at the National Convention too. And, the pre-war T206 cards are not my, number 1 forte, so to speak. But Andrew makes it very watchable for me for some reason, and he does a great job of increasing my knowledge of the early, pre-war baseball cards. And he's always picking up very unique things that you don't see in a lot of videos, a lot of channels, like ridiculous rare Babe Ruth cards and different issues from then. He's just a great channel, and it's sort of like very understated high quality production, although without the high quality editing. It's literally just Andrew sitting in a room with a Piedmont blue tin in the back, and that just works. I don't know what it is, but it just works, and I enjoy watching his videos. He's about as solid of a guy as you're going to find on YouTube. Andrew Nuff Sid Cards was great to meet you at the National, and hope you continue the great work, and you certainly are deserving of a Hall of Fame vote. So we've got 3 channels left to go here, and let's do number 8 here. Again, no particular order, but B Roth 6, 383 subscribers, 175 videos. His number 1 video is actually a Kid Cudi video at a concert, which is pretty funny. Of course, that gets the most views. It's non-sports card related. But his best sports card video is the best pull of my effing life, 599 views. So somebody will have to go give him a view, get him up to 600. Brian just is, it's awesome. He has a Hank Greenberg collection that's out of this world, and very focused collector. Enjoyed meeting him at the National as well, and just really enjoy his channel. Again, understated production, but he certainly has a way about him. It's usually just him on his like an end table in his living room, and just showing Hank Greenberg cards. But there's a high quality appeal to it, and I don't know why. It's just something that just works. Everyone doesn't have to have fireworks on their videos and crazy editing, although that is cool sometimes, no doubt about it. But B Roth 6 has it where it counts. Extremely knowledgeable, extremely just a nice person to talk with, and very active in the community. And I think that is a theme you've seen with a lot of the people I've nominated is they're very active in the YouTube community so far. You know, they're not just in this for views and monetizing and whatever, or any number of things you come up with. They're in it just for the community, and Roth 6 is no exception. Certainly is deserving of a Hall of Fame vote. 2 channels left here. Number 9 on the list, Hall of Fame collector Bill, 439 subscribers, 161 videos. I'm still just, it vexes me how Bill is at 439 subscribers. You know, I don't understand it. He has one of the best autograph collections I've ever seen. It is the best I've ever seen. And it's not just, you know, your big name guys. It's Bill is so thorough that he has, you know, the understated guys and the guys you've never heard of. And that goes for the baseball and the basketball Hall of Fame as well. If you watch Bill's like 2020 goals list, it's just insane. Some of his goals and some of the collections that he has already, it's just remarkable. And I guess I still feel like Bill's just one of the hidden secrets on YouTube so far. So I urge you to go check out Hall of Fame collector Bill. He is certainly deserving. Has some of the most knowledge of anybody that I've named so far. So Bill, Hall of Fame collector, definitely deserving of a vote for the Hall of Fame. And the last person on my list is Caitlyn, A League of Their Own, 576 subscribers, 67 videos. That's a lot of subscribers for not a lot of videos. And if you can describe Caitlyn, it's quality. She is such a quality individual and a quality creator on YouTube, and she's very supportive of everybody else as well. Comments on videos, but whereas I said the previous couple people had sort of understated production quality, her production quality is outstanding. But it's not just that she has that; she's good in every other way as well. And that's why she is certainly deserving of a Hall of Fame vote. You can see her number 1 video is a PSA sub reveal, of 1,500 views. So that's a little. I guess that's a little hint. You can see a few of the people I've named. If you want to do a PSA submission reveal, that's going to get you some views on some videos. So congrats, Caitlyn, and you're certainly worthy of the Hall of Fame. And it's been a pleasure to watch your channel grow over the last few years. Just awesome. So that is it. That is my top 10 Hall of Fame nominees, and there's so many others that I would have loved to vote for, but I can only do 10, and it just breaks me up inside that I can't do more. They're, you know, the next 10, the next 20, they're all deserving. I can make a case for either of them, and I know other people have been saying that, but it is true this year. It is very hard to nominate just 10, and just a couple people I wanted to nominate honorable mentions. You know, Dead Guy Cardboard. I haven't been seeing him get a lot of support. He got a little support last year. His channel is awesome. You need to go check out Dead Guy Cardboard. He's got plenty of subscribers already, but I think he is a product of one of the people getting kind of pushed down the list here a little bit because all the first-time nominees are being eligible here. And then Vintage Card Curator Keith. Some of the stuff that he does for the hobby, he does. If you haven't seen his last Ricky Henderson video on the Ricky Henderson rookie card and the research that went into it, he has some of the best production quality I've ever seen, and it's an honor to watch his videos. So you need to go check out Keith, and you know, I really do think some of these people will get in at some point here. If it's not this year, hopefully it's sometime soon. And then Foo3112 Mark, just a huge bang for your buck guy. He doesn't make a ton of videos, you know, maybe 1 or 2 per year. And then he'll just like come out with a really amazing video that gets tons of views and tons of support. So, you know, he would be certainly deserving too. He doesn't have that, you know, video put out like some of the other people that were in the top 10 do, but when he does make a video, they are usually awesome. So just 3 names. I could go with honorable mentions forever. Just know that if I comment on your videos and if I text you, if I message you, if I'm commenting on your YouTube videos, that means I find you to be a quality channel. You know, I don't just do it just for fun. So you know who you are out there, and I hope that each and every one of you make it in at some point into the YouTube Hall of Fame. Um, this process is just it's fun because, you know, even just nominating people and getting their name out there is a big deal. Like if you're considered one of the 10 best to any one person, that's a big deal. There are tons of channels on YouTube, and this just gets your name out there, and it helps the community grow, and that is the underlying reason of this whole Hall of Fame thing. It's not even about getting in the Hall of Fame. It's about just being talked about, being nominated, getting support and admiration for what you do, and that's the bottom line. So I think Cub fan 7523 said it best. If you go watch the first part of his Hall of Fame nomination video, he talks about pretty much that, this process in general, and how not necessarily getting in the Hall of Fame is the big deal, but it's the process of recognizing your peers, and everybody wants to be recognized by their peers. Don't lie, everyone does, because who wouldn't want to be recognized by their peers? So hope you guys enjoyed the video. You're all very deserving, and love each and every one of you guys that support my channel and that support the community. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks.